guys, it's Liz. Welcome to my home. If you follow me on Instagram, this room looks familiar. This is where I take a lot of my pictures. This is where I do my home practice. And apparently this is now where I teach, at least for now. So sorry, it's not perfect lighting, or, the room is not perfect, but we're not going to throw out the perfect for the good in this case. So I've written this class as level 2 hamstring practice. However, I'll give you lots of options if you want to do something a little less, and that would be fine. Please get a strap. If you don't have a strap, use a bathrobe tie or an old necktie, just in case you need a little extra help with some of the postures that we'll be doing. And today's Dharma, the thing we'll be focusing on as we practice, is the idea of allowing ourselves to be changed, particularly by this practice, how we allow for change to happen. That usually is in the softening and the surrendering and the yielding qualities we bring to our postures, with the hopes, of course, that in this very strange and difficult time, we allow ourselves to be changed for the good, while we sort of withstand the short-term things we are being forced to do. And perhaps we'll come out of this difficult time changed for the better. I think that's a song from Wicked, but we won't go there. Anyway, so that being said, I'm going to do most of this class with you, although that's not my preference, but I think it'll be helpful, and since I have no one to look at, it'll be better for me. But I will stop from time to time, so try to listen to me more than look at me, and I don't know, I look forward to this, so let's do it. Come to your mats, and go ahead and come onto your backs, hug your knees to your chest. Your eyes can be opened, your eyes can be closed, and perhaps just take a few moments to breathe and find your body on your mat and your breath in your body, and maybe get the mind to settle a little bit. It's always a good place to return to if you need a break. And so we'll take about 3 more breaths here. Let your shoulders drop towards the ground, and a little softness in your belly. You're going to place your left foot onto the floor and straighten your right leg up into the air, and either hold behind the leg or use a strap, or if you can reach your foot, go ahead and grab your foot. And let the leg just come in slowly till you find that first edge, that first level of sensation in the back of your leg, and then try to allow it to change. And that means don't resist, but it also means don't push. It maybe just means wait. Good. Then you can release that foot down to the mat and take your left leg up. Same thing on this side. This is also a good time to get sort of what I like to call a baseline indicator of how the backs of your legs feel. It'll be nice to check in throughout the practice and see how that change is starting to occur. So be mindful and observant of all that's going on in your body. Then go ahead and release that left leg to the ground and your arms to the floor. And on the breath, inhale, straighten your right leg into the air. And as you exhale, real slow, let it come down towards the ground, just till it almost touches. And then draw your knees to your chest, nose to knees. And put your feet down and your arms down. Inhale, straighten the left leg up. Exhale, let it come down to the mat. Don't let it touch though, hover it. And then draw your knees in, nose to knees. And we'll do it again. Feet down, right leg up, big inhale. Slow exhale to lower that leg almost to the floor, and then draw the knees in and the nose to the knees. And again, feet down, inhale, left leg up. Keep that foot flexed. Exhale, lower the leg down until it just about touches. And then knees draw in, nose to knees. One more time. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, hinge it down. Knees in, nose to knees. Last time, feet down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, down slowly to the floor. And then bring your knees in and your nose to your knees. Good. And then put your left foot down once again. Straighten your right leg into the air. You can hold behind the leg once again or around the foot with a strap. Straighten your left leg down to the mat and press through that heel. So you're not just focusing on the leg in the air, but you're also sending energy down and out through that grounded leg. Here, if you'd like to add something, the upper body can rise, forehead to shin. The lower leg can hover. Draw the navel deeply down towards the spine so you're not stressing your neck. It's nice and loose and easy. Take another breath here. And then as you release, let the right knee bend. You can take your arms out to the sides. Just let the right knee come across the body, only as far as it'll go. If you choose, you can turn your head to the right or you can continue to look up. Listen, every time we come onto our mats, we are inviting change, right? This is what we sort of sign up for when we come here. And if we get in that process's way, if we get in our own way, we just sort of slow down the process. Come onto your backs. Right foot on the floor so you can take your left leg in the air, which just gives you a little bit more range. That way you can hold the leg. Try to keep it where it is. Straighten the right leg to the ground. Pressing down and out through that leg and in on the left leg. And if you want to add in the core, upper body, right leg lifts. And you can hang here a couple breaths. And then take one more. And then release. Let the left knee bend, bring it across the body. Take your twist. Just let the spine find its shape. So come back around. And once again, both knees hug to your chest. We're going to take 3 rocks up to sit and back again. The third one will meet in ragdoll. So you start to rock up and try to do it slowly. Nice and graceful. One more. And then right up to stand. Feet a little bit wide, maybe hip bone distance apart. Bend your knees and release down into a ragdoll. Couple of breaths here. Just let your upper body release. A little bit of bend in your knees so you're not stressing the back of your body so early on in the practice. You can just feel your way through that. Maybe after hanging here for a few breaths with knees bent, you can press your hips up a little higher and find a straighter leg. And sometimes we realize that as we want things to change faster than they are, that we have to learn how to sit in the transition, right? Maybe we're not there yet. You can only do the patient work. And release your hands to the ground and step into plank pose. Making sure your hands are beneath your shoulders and you have a nice palm print down into the ground. Lifting through your armpits and your navel, reaching through your heels, crown of the head, so that this whole posture is really sturdy and strong. And just sort of feel your abdominal muscles wrap around your torso a little bit here. Upper arm bones are gently drawing in, and you're breathing smoothly. One more inhale. Just get it done with your knees on the floor. I hope you know that. And then on the exhale, press to down dog. Try to leave your feet where they are. So if you tend to walk your feet forward from plank to down dog, which I do, For now, just stay here because we're just going to move between those two poses 5 times. Inhale forward into plank and exhale to down dog for 1. Inhale, come forward into plank and exhale, down dog for 2. Inhale, move forward. Exhale, back for 3. Inhale, forward. Exhale, down dog for 1 more full one. Inhale, come forward. Keep your legs and your core active. Exhale, down dog. That's 5. And then we're going to come forward to plank and pause. Knees can drop if you need to. We're going to lower to the ground. Everything lands at once. Bend your elbows, come all the way down. Good. Cobra pose. Inhale. Doesn't have to be high. Can be medium. Can be low. Find your space. And then exhale, come to down dog. Nice work. All right. Take a deep breath in. You can look forward, and as you exhale, step up or even hop up to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. On your exhale, fold. Rising on your inhale to stand. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart and your arms by your sides. So we'll go through a couple of these series, modify as you need to. You can skip all the chaturangas. You can do twice the number of chaturangas. I know some of you out there like to do that. Be my guest. It's your practice. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold through. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, step back or take a light hop to plank and lower chaturanga. You can come to the ground for cobra, or you can hover and move to up dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Okay, so instead of holding down dog, just regular old down dog, we're going to bring that right leg back behind, trying to keep the right and left hip level and even. So the leg can go higher, but don't roll the hip open. And instead, press through both heels, both the one in the air and the one facing the floor. Try to keep both arms really strong and steady. And then we'll put that foot down and do the other side. Your standing leg, if need be, can be a little bent, so really assess how you're feeling. And then we'll put that foot down as well. Good. Press back towards your heels. Take an inhale, look forward, bend your knees, exhale, step or jump, front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Big breaths. Exhale, hands to the heart, arms by your sides. We'll do it again. Inhale, raise the arms. Folding forward on your exhale, let your head release. Inhale, Ardha Chandrasana. Hands to the ground, exhale. You can now hop back if you like, lower down. Inhale, come to up dog or your cobra. And then exhale back to your down dog. This time, as the right leg lifts, you're going to rotate your thigh and your hip socket so that the toes start to turn out. I like to point my toes and then raise that leg up as high as you, I want to say as high as you can. Be careful. I can't see you, so chest stays squared off to the standing leg. One more breath. And then we'll replace that foot down onto the ground, and we'll do the other side. The left leg comes up, you rotate the thigh, point the toe, lift the leg. Right, your breath is going to tell you everything you need to know about how you're working here. So take one more, and then place that leg back down on the mat. Good. Press back towards your heels. Take an inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump. Front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Good. Rise up on your inhale to stand. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart and your arms by your sides. We're going to go back one more time. I'm going to let you do it yourself. Inhale, arms lift. On the exhale, you'll fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back through your plank, lower through chaturanga, go through your vinyasa. We're going to meet in downward facing dog. So when you get there, take a few breaths. Good. And then we'll go right to the open three-point pose. Leg turns out, right leg rises as you inhale. And now as you exhale, really strongly, slowly bring your knee to your forehead, your shoulders over your wrist. Pause. Look between your thumbs and lightly step your right foot up and drop your left heel down. Warrior two. Okay? And so you want your front heel back arch lined up. How long your stance is really just depends on keeping your front knee over your ankle and still feeling like you're getting something good going on here. All right, on your inhale, straighten through the legs and the arms, and as you exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, lower down for two. Breathing in. Exhale, down for three. Just one more. Inhale. And exhale down for four. Perfect. Reverse warrior. Take it back a couple of breaths. Sit down a little deeper and see if you can find, by bending your front knee and reaching back, a little more space on your right side. We'll come back up. Straighten the right leg. Turn your toes in so your feet are parallel to the short edge of your mat, and then fold forward. Prasarita Padottanasana. You can take whatever variation you want. So that might mean putting your hands down on the floor, reaching for your ankles, your big toes, folding. The top of the head will move towards the ground, hips up towards the ceiling, root through the feet, and keep a little pressure in your fingers if you're holding your feet, or in the balls of your feet if they're just on the ground. One more breath. Good. So we'll sort of come out of this. Turn back around to the right and find a basic lunge here. So the front knee is bent and your back leg is straight. Your hands are on the ground. So you're going to plant your left palm and turn the pinky toe side of your left foot to the floor. And then see if you can see my right leg sort of under my arm. Heel toe it just a little to the right and back. And this way we can turn into a modified version of side plank. So either stay here, or on the exhale, go ahead and dip your hips down low. And on your inhale, press the hips up, maybe straightening the front leg a little. And you do that 3 more times. Just finding a little range here. Good. And then we'll come back to the basic lunge. Good. Step back through your vinyasa to down dog, or you can just go to down dog. We can meet there. And I'll talk you through some of the other side, just so I don't sort of turn my back to you. Or maybe I'll turn this way. That could work too. Okay. So from here, lift the left leg up, point through the toe. With your exhale, curl forward strongly, shoulders over the wrists, and then lightly step your left foot and ground your back foot, rising to warrior two on your inhale. Good. And then on the next inhale, straighten everything up. Exhale, warrior two. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. In this move, I want you to feel like you're moving through water. So you're resisting yourself. It's almost a pull as you straighten and a push as you bend. 1 more. Inhale. And then exhale. Good. Reverse warrior. Taking that right arm to the back leg, arcing back. Deep breath in and out. And then come back up and straighten the left leg. Once again, toes turn in. Find your forward fold. Maybe change up the variation if you like. Sometimes taking the hands behind the back and just stretching them away feels good. Good. And then take your hands to the ground, lift your chest, turn once again towards the front of your mat. So your left leg is in front. Okay, I'll do it this way. And then we'll do the same thing, that modified side plank on the other side. So your right palm presses down, pinky toe side of your back foot comes down, and you're walking your left foot around so you can turn. And then you find your modified side plank, either holding or on the exhale, sinking the hips. And on the inhale, pushing up a little. And you'll do it 3 times just to feel where that range is. 1 more. Good, and then turning yourself back around, take your vinyasa or straight step back to down dog, and we'll meet there. Maybe hold down dog for a breath or 2. Check in again with your hamstrings, see how they're feeling. See how your willingness to allow yourself to be changed is shifting. Are you inviting some of that in? Are you allowing for that subtle work that's going on? Good. All right, we're going to walk hands back towards feet. And when you arrive, it's probably a good idea to have the feet about hip bone distance apart. And we're just going to forward fold here. Right? You can, if you like, wrap your fingers around your big toes. Maybe bend your knees a little, draw the chest forward, and you can keep those knees bent, elbows bent, full down, exhale. So we're going to come up into standing hand to foot, and you certainly don't have to come up this way. You can stand up and take the posture from a standing position. If you're willing, right hand to right hip. Bend both knees, shift your weight into your right leg, start coming up to stand, take your time. And when you get up there, straighten through the leg a little or a lot. Sort of plug the left arm, left leg back into the shoulder and hip socket. Breastbone is lifted. We should be used to this sort of unnerving feeling of being slightly unstable, since that's the way life kind of feels right now. So ride that wobble, and we can come down the way we came up. If you have a very open back body, you can lower down the straight legs, otherwise bend your knees, and then just take a in-between fold for a second. And then we'll come to the other side. Left hand to left hip. See if you can come up holding your foot. And let the legs stretch forward a little or a lot. Right, don't give everything away. Hug back in a little bit. Take another breath or 2. Good. And then we'll sort of make our way back down again. Good. Come to down dog. Nice. All right, same start for the next set. Right leg up, inhale. Slow, strong curl forward as you exhale. Look between your thumbs. Lightly step your right foot and ground your left heel. Warrior 2 as you inhale. Straighten through the leg on your inhale and exhale. Return to warrior 2. Inhale, squeeze in, and exhale, press away. Inhale, exhale, 1 more inhale. Let's keep the front leg straight, and as you exhale, separate the hands, shift the hips back, and move the torso over the right leg, Trikonasana. And in Trikonasana, that left hip bone is gently rolled in, and your right buttock is tucked under. And then you can turn your left chest up and look up. Nice. Excellent, you guys. Just soften the front knee. Bring the left hand down. And we're going to come back to that modified plank pose that we did. You can do the same one we just did or take it up a notch. So the way that would look is that you're going to put your left hand on the ground, pinky toe side of the left foot on the ground. This time, grab your foot. We're only going to take that leg up parallel to the floor. Hopefully you can see it. You might not be able to, but by the way, here's my leg, but it's just straight forward, and we'll hold for a breath or 2. And if you want, you can sit a little deeper into the left hip, and then squeeze up. 1 more. Press up, and then bend the knee, and take that foot forward. Very nice. We're going to drop the back knee to the ground now. Maybe move your right foot out of the way a little to the right and lower down. Put your elbows on blocks or just bend your elbows. Let's take another breath or two here. Well done, you guys. Let's climb back up. Come back to your plank pose. Travel through your vinyasa or directly to down dog. Big breaths. All the way back. Left leg lifts on your inhale. Strong round forward. Exhale. Squeeze. Pause. Look between your thumbs. Lightly step up. Drop your back heel. Warrior two as you inhale. I'll stay here and talk you through this. Inhale. Straighten the legs. Lift the arms. Exhale. Warrior two. We'll do it a couple more times, right? Straightening. And lowering on the exhale. Good. And again, straightening up. And bending on the exhale. Last time, straighten everything up on the inhale. Keep your left leg straight. Open the legs and exhale. Shift into Trikonasana here. Moving the hips back to move the torso forward. And stay for a few breaths. Okay, express sort of all your energy out through all four limbs. Deep, full breathing. Nicely done. Good. From Trikonasana, let your hands come back down to the ground. Right. And we're going to take that modified side plank. You'll get a better view of it on this side now. So right palm down, little toe side of the right foot down. Grab your left big toe with your fingers if you want, and you'll just take that leg straight out to the side. Now you could be doing the other one with the foot on the ground, and you could also, for one, sit down and push up and do it one more time. Sink the hip, and then push up, and then nice and easy, take that foot forward again, back knee to the ground, and we come to lizard on the side. Low, low lizard, elbows come down. Maybe you're going to let yourself sort of just drop your head, let your hips hang, breathe deeply. Two more breaths here. Nice. And then you'll come back up and either take a vinyasa to down dog or you'll step straight back to down dog. I'll meet you there. Take a few breaths when you get there. See how you're doing. See how you're feeling. Good. And once again, we're going to walk hands back to feet. Check on the distance of your feet. This time, a nice option is Padahastasana. You can lift your toes, step onto your palms. Again, bend knees, bend elbows if you need to. Drop your head, push up through the hips. And breathe. And then step off of your hands, and once again, take your right hand to your right hip. If you're coming up this way, right, you're holding your left big toe. If not, you do it from standing. Come up to stand, come back to standing hand to foot, stretching the leg out. And then let's try just taking the leg out to the side. And as you do that, can you draw your outer right hip in? So you're not pressing your hips out, but hugging into the imaginary midline. And then the leg comes forward and we sort of go with the flow back down. Don't resist. Just get soft and allow. Sometimes that gets us further than pushing or trying or forcing. Other side. You come up. And try taking the leg out to the side. Couple of breaths. And forward. And then go softly down. Nice. Downward facing dog. Work it out. Take a breath. We're going to start the third set. Right leg rises as you inhale. Round forward exhale. It's strong. It's slow. Look forward. Step up. Drop your heel. Good. Rise on your inhale to your warrior two. Fix my shirt. And then as you inhale, it's reverse warrior. And with your exhale, it's extended side angle. Now you can make this look any way you want, right? You can support with the hands as you inhale and support with the elbow forward as you exhale, or maybe you want to go deeper, inhale, arc back, and this time exhale, take the fingers down. Good. One more inhale. You might even not use the arms on your exhale. Good. Inhale up. And this time exhale, side angle to hold. So fingers can come a little to the side of the foot, use a block, or you can always put your forearm on your thigh if you want. Stretch out. Breathe deeply. You can hug that right buttock cheek under, lay back just a little. One more breath in. And then exhale, go ahead and lower that hand down. All right, we're going to open that right leg a little to the right. This time, keep your back knee lifted, lower the elbows down. So it's a little stronger now. You can choose to turn your right toes out, let your knee come out, or everything hugs in. And we'll take one more breath here. Good, and then we'll come back up. And everybody's going to move into plank pose. So again, modify it if you need to. Find your plank. And everything comes to the floor at the same time. Shift forward, lower down. Yes. You're going to prop your head up with your right elbow and roll onto your right side. And then bending your left knee, reach for your toe or your strap and take the leg up. And this is a little wobbly, so you want to use your core just a bit to stabilize yourself. Otherwise, bending your bottom knee, that helps, but sort of takes the challenge out of it. So that's up to you. One more. This is called Anantasana. You're going to let the leg go and gently come to your belly and either come through a cobra or an up dog or straight to down dog. Breathing in, lift up. Exhale, move back. And take a breath. Nice. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bring it in strongly and slowly and quietly. Left foot steps up as your back heel drops down. Come up on your inhale to warrior two. Good. And then as you inhale, go ahead and arc back into reverse warrior. And then exhale into side angle for one. And go ahead and do it 3 more times. Breathe slowly. Feel free to embellish this and change up the variation if you want to. The idea is just to move in your full range of motion on the breath. Do one more. Good. And then come through and find your extended side angle for a few breaths. So the left fingertips are going to be down by the pinky toe side of the front foot or forearm on the thigh if you like, right? The right arm is reaching up. Get a nice side stretch, turn your heart up. Breathing deeply. Good. And then as you release it down, turn your body towards the front of your mat. I'll go around this way. And we'll come into lizard on this side. So the left leg is in front. You're going to just open it a little wider. Bring your elbows down, but keep your back knee up and hold for a few breaths. I like to let my head hang a lot of the time, but you can also slightly look forward if there's no tension in your neck. And just get a nice stretch right in that left hip and glute. Good. Good. And come up and go ahead and step into plank pose, and we'll move slowly to the floor. Left elbow props up your head, roll to the left side. Sorry, now you have my back. Grab your right big toe with your right hand or use a strap and stretch up. Trying to sit perched right on the side of your left hip. And staying for about 3 breaths. Good. Releasing the leg and rolling to your belly, moving through either up dog cobra or straight to down dog. That's up to you. And all the way. All right, so from here, just walk midway forward. I kind of just want you at the middle of your mat. Hands will come back. Shift your weight into the right leg. Slowly draw your left leg up to standing split. And then you can walk your hands back towards your feet. Use blocks if you need to. Push and point through the leg in the air. Maybe roll the hip in so it's a little more squared off. Maybe the right hand comes behind the right leg. Good. And then you can sort of just lift the chest, bend your knees, tucking your left knee behind your right leg. We'll sit down. And I think I'll just turn forward so that you have a little bit of a better sense of what's happening here. Because this is not easy. For Ardha Chandrasana. So your right leg is crossed, heel is even with your knee, and your bottom leg can be bent, or you can absolutely straighten that leg forward if you like, okay? And then we come into a spinal twist here. So the right hand can come behind and the left arm can either cross over or around. And you'll just make your way into the twist. I'll turn around now. Yeah. Good. Let your breath take you into the depth of the twist. Again, more yielding than pushing, more allowing than doing. All right, guys, as we turn around, we're just going to try to reverse how we came into this by stepping down onto your right leg. It doesn't really matter where you land. And as you do that, go ahead and kick the left leg up again. Find one more standing split here. And then the left leg can release. You can sort of fix yourself, step back into the center of the mat, and we'll come to standing split on the left leg, switching sides. Left leg is on the ground, right leg rises up. Notice how different your sides feel. Use what you can or want to go deeper. Good. Lift the chest, bend both knees, sit down, right knee behind left knee. And this way your left foot is on the outside of your right knee and your bottom leg is either bent or straight. And then you can turn. Left hand behind and the right arm can come over or around and you'll turn. Good. All right, let's come back around, stepping onto your left leg. Shift and just kick the right leg up gently, fold. And then as you release that right leg, you can sort of just step back to a down dog from here. Okie dokie, we have one more short standing set to do. It starts the same way. Right leg up as you inhale. Strong exhale as you curl forward, pause. Lightly step and drop your back heel and inhale to warrior two. Good. And so we'll come into Ardha Chandrasana from here. So I'm just going to slide my leg back a little so I stay in the frame. The right hand is going to come down slightly in front to the pinky toe side of the right foot with a block if you need it, and you're pushing off the back leg to the front leg. And then this leg is strong and straightened. activated as the left arm comes up. And you can even kick the leg up a little higher if you want. And we'll breathe here for 2 more breaths. And then we'll just try to take a nice graceful exit out and back to warrior 2. Okay? Hands come to the floor. Last side plank. Now your choice, repeat anything we've already done. Take a side plank we didn't do, or my choice, which is a full Vashisthasana. Starts the same way the last side plank did. Left palm down, pinky toe side down. Grab your right foot with your right hand. Bring the leg around, and then see if you can push the hip up and take the leg up. 2 breaths. Good. And then gently bring it around. Nicely done. Okay, let's step back. Take a vinyasa. I'll meet you in down dog. I'm going to switch my page just to make sure I don't miss anything I really want to do. No, I'm good. That's good. All right. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, curl it through strongly. Look forward, light step, ground the heel. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. And I'll step back a little. It's Ardha Chandrasana on the left side. So as you reach forward, you push off the back leg to the front leg. There you go. And extend up. Good. Let's exit gracefully, slowly. Take your time. That's it. Coming to warrior 2. And then releasing your hands to the ground. Coming into your side plank. Right palm down. Pinky toe side of the back foot down. Grab your left foot with your left hand and see about bringing the leg around. Push the hips up and lift the leg. 2 breaths. And then back around. Child's pose. So take a vinyasa to down dog, then child's pose. Just step to down dog if you want, or just come to child's pose if you want. Take a few breaths. I'll stay up. You go down. It's hard to teach and do at the same time, so I'm going to take a few breaths with you and just let things settle. Things have changed in, I don't know, the time that we've been here. Things are always changing. And here we are allowing that change. We're welcoming that change. That's what we come to practice for. Not just our bodies, but our energy, our minds, our emotional stability, our spiritual health, right? All of those things that we really depend on so greatly in normal life, much less now. Actually, in taping this class, it's my hope that 6 months from now, we can look back on it or pull it back up and think, whew, that was a crazy time, glad that's over. So I look forward to that. You're going to come up from child's pose and gently swing your legs around, soles of the feet onto the floor, and your knees bent. And then the hands will come behind you. You can take your fingertips forward or backwards. I like forward, but it's really fine either way. The key, though, is to press the thoracic spine, the back of the heart, towards the front of the heart and lift. Good. And then keep the chest as high as it is. Push down and lift the hips to meet the chest. Allow the head to drop back only if it's comfortable for your neck, and breathe here for 3 deep breaths. And then slowly lower down. Good. And we'll sit with our legs out in an angle. Assuming you're by yourself, you have lots of room to sort of be wherever you want to be here. We won't take a forward fold. Instead, we're going to take a side lean. And we'll start over the right leg. I would suggest if you don't feel very open in this pose, rest your forearm on your shin, grab hold of the top of your ankle, just to kind of brace and also support and lift yourself. And then the chest turns towards the left, and the left arm comes up. And you might just be here and getting this nice side stretch in your left side. You can move a little further. You can drop that forearm down and lengthen out over the leg. It really just depends. Take a couple of breaths. Good. And then we'll just slowly come up. Close your eyes for a moment. I always like to do that in between, especially side leans. I feel like there's kind of good magical stuff that happens when we take side leans. That's nice to feel in the transition. And then we'll come to the other side, over the left leg. Whatever version works for you. Again, you're only working to your edge, so you have no one to compare yourself to in this moment. You're, in your own practice. Good. And then you stop through center and turn whichever direction you want to roll down onto your back. And you can do that slowly or quickly. You like to use your core to go down. Go slowly. Good. That's good. Let's close up a little bit here. Right ankle to left knee. Thread the needle, either pulling your thigh towards your chest. Perhaps you're better off with the foot on the ground, pressing the thigh away. Or perhaps you're feeling open, and after opening your hamstrings, you want to straighten that left leg and even reach for your foot. There's a whole range you can play with here. Just be mindful and careful where you go. Right? Every posture is a big spectrum, a big continuum. Nice. And then we'll release that left foot to the floor. And I want you to walk your left foot, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, over to the left, and then just let your knees drop to the right. So your foot is essentially still on your left knee. Of course, if that's too deep, you can take your foot off of your knee or your thigh. And just take a few breaths here. Good. Come up slowly and carefully. Place the left foot back down onto the mat. And then we'll take a half happy baby. Right foot in your right hand. Keep your left knee bent for now. And draw the knee down towards the floor. This will give you a little more range and a nice stretch. If this is enough, you can stay here, or you can stretch the left leg forward, sort of attempting to keep your right thigh as deep as it was before. And give yourself some room. And we'll just enjoy this posture for a few breaths. Half of a happy baby. Half of a baby. Doesn't sound happy, but you know. All right. Release the foot, bend the knee. Let's bring the knee one more time across the body. Nice even stretch here. And then we'll come out of that slowly and place the right foot on the floor and simply cross your left ankle to your right knee. Okay? Thread the needle. And then release the foot down. Keep your ankle on your knee. Just walk your right foot over to the right a few paces, and then let everything drop to the left. You can get really relaxed and soft here for the time that we're here. And just really embody that idea of allowing. Good. Come back up slowly. So half of a happy baby. Drawing the knee down. See, when the knee is bent, I can get my knee really close, if not on the floor, depending on the day. Not that that's the goal, but you see the change when you then start to try to straighten the leg forward. The knee will come up a little. So that helps you make your choice about which variation you want to choose. Be my guest. Great. And then we'll just finish this side with a twist. Knee comes across. Stretch away. Reach away. I look forward to being able to once again say, if you have enough room, stretch your arm out to the side. Now we have plenty of room, at least 6 feet. All right, come onto your backs. Then you can either stretch your legs forward, or I'm going to sit up, and you can too if you want for this last few moments. Inch a little closer so I can sort of see where we are. And just wherever you are, let your eyes close. Try to allow yourself to get still and absorb. Feel the change that has already begun to happen at the deepest level of your mind and body, just because you allowed it to happen, because you invited a certain element of surrender that life demands of us, whether it's a crazy time like it is now or a normal time. That control is relative. And what you can control is your mind and your reactions, your habits. And that's about it. You can stay here as long as you like. But I will say that I want to thank you all that have tuned into this or will continue to tune into this to sort of go on this journey with me. It won't be the last. And I want to wish everybody to be safe and healthy and happy and free. May the space between where you are and where you want to be inspire you. Namaste. See you soon.